1997, Allenwood, Pennsylvania. Guy getting his head sawed off right in front of us.
He's getting his head sawed off?
Yeah, he was getting his head sawed off.
With what?
With a knife. Owed $47 on a NASCAR race.
What? What?
Yes.
He lost on a NASCAR race?
And didn't pay his debt. All I heard was screaming. I came out my cell, looked down, and it was on.
What's up, everybody? Big Hurt 916, and you tune into another edition of Prison Talk. We ain't did a prison talk in a minute because it's been a minute since we had somebody on here we felt had some good stories. But I got the homie with me, Boo. Man, this is my nigga right here, man. He was with me when I first came into the system in Lompoc in 2000, man. Lompoc USP, where shit was kicking off. And after 26 years, man, my family's home, and it's a blessing to have him here on the streets, man. We've had spreads together, man. Fucking, excuse my language, you have to bleep that out, but beef sausages, top ramen, and just, dude, sneaking food out the kitchen. I mean, this is a dude, we were both babies when we went up in there in our early 20s, man. But Boo, man, I know you got some crazy ass stories. Kick some shit for these people, man, because they don't realize how real shit is up in there, and you've done time all over the country, man. What's the story that really, when you think about, you're like, God damn, that was some crazy shit, man, that you would like to share with our audience?
Just right off the dome.
Right off the dome, something that really like. Oh my
God! 1997, Allenwood, Pennsylvania. Guy getting his head sawed off right in front of us.
He's getting his head sawed off?
Yeah, he was getting his head sawed off.
With what?
With a knife. Homemade knife.
Was this in the unit or in the
This
yard?
was in the unit while the CO was actually that day, it was a female guard. And she was screaming at the top of her lungs, and telling the dude to stop it, and he was just smiling, doing it. You know what I'm saying? But
do you know the backstory on that?
It was over. The guy owed I believe $47.
Oh my God!
Owed $47 on a NASCAR race.
What?
Yes.
He lost on a NASCAR race?
And didn't pay his debt. Yeah.
$47.
$47.
So dude just caught him slipping and then started he choked him out or?
I don't know. All I heard was screaming. I came out my cell, looked down, and it was on.
Oh my God.
$47, NASCAR.
Damn.
So whatever y'all do in prison, pay your debt.
I used to always tell people that too, man. It's like, they say drugs, gambling, and punks, man.
Yeah.
And drugs, man,
No.
It's like, dude, and gambling, you owe gambling debts, that shit you cannot run from. Remember, in Lompoc, people used to sell their debts, and when somebody came to collect,
Oh.
man, that's like serious. I've known you seen like, what's been something that you've seen, like, as far as like for people owing money, like, as far as like, what's the most amount of money you heard somebody own, and what's the seriousness of owing somebody money?
Well, the largest amount of any money I seen moved in just like one whop was like probably about like 60,000 on a poker game.
At a poker game?
On a poker game, and the poker games in there, they last like anywhere from a week to 2 weeks straight, same hand.
Damn! So what, you gonna lock down, come back in the same hand?
Yeah, these guys don't even, they don't shower, nothing. Breakfast served, everything right there in the room. You know the poker room in the corner?
And nobody better not touch the cards.
Better not touch nothing.
60 racks.
60 racks. And everybody pays their money. Just like that. Back then, the feds is the feds.
Yeah. Because when you went into the feds, what year was that, man?
In 94.
Oh, man, so you were there 6 years before I got there.
Yeah.
God damn, man, 94. What, if 94, I know it got watered, started getting watered down in early 2000s, but in '94, I know there was a lot more like, was it more structured? Because I know you had a lot of cartel, a lot of mob, a lot of.
Yeah, there wasn't too much cartel. We had the top guys from the Colombian cartel.
Okay.
We had a couple generals from Mexico.
Wow.
But other than that, the way it's watered down now after 9/11, the way they just start warehousing the other guys, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't put no bad name on nobody, but,
Yeah.
you know, man, it's just, they changed the dynamics of the whole prison system now. And going to jail ain't even worth it anymore. You might as well let them have it.
Exactly. It ain't even like it's so twisted up. I mean, you know, I know like even like going back that a lot of people don't understand like how much money some people are in there generating in there. I mean, like you got guys running,
Oh, yeah.
like say the books. I mean, what's the most amount of money you heard of guys in there? I know dudes they were making six figures just running tickets.
Easily.
Between what? Between football season and basketball season? Huh?
Yeah, easily. You're making six figures if you're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like, you know, somebody having to deal with like, you know, a situation in there where they owe and they think they're going to check in and then think they're not going to pay. I mean, I know you've heard of multiple people thinking they're going to pop in another institution. And dude, you can't run from a debt in prison.
Oh no, that's gonna follow you from everywhere. Anywhere you go in the United States, because it's like AT&T. You know, everybody was connected.
Yeah.
You know, so from one institution to the next institution, didn't matter if you was in Timbuktu or Antarctica, they're gonna find you, just like that.
Because I've seen where, like, and you've seen it too, man, where somebody will be chilling and everybody be like, oh, that's so-and-so. But then as soon as somebody shows up on the yard, dude, and they're like, oh, that's, you know, he was at so-and-so with me and he did this.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Instantly you go from being all good to all bad.
It's it from 0 to 100 in that 1 minute, just like that, because they got the welcoming party when you come in. They got that what do you call that? That threshold you got to walk through,
Yeah.
just like in a USP, not Allenwood, but Pollock. When you come off that bus, you walking through a throng of about, I don't know, maybe 600 to 800 people, and if they ain't calling your name, it's bad. It's bad. But when you got people calling your name and you walking through there, and they're like, "Hey, boo, what's up, homie? Over here." Like, yeah, you feel good because you're like welcoming to the family again.
Yeah.
But then you turn around behind you, dude's getting booked. You know what I'm saying? And the dynamics between California and the South is different, the way they carry it.
How's that?
It's real. It's deadly. Like I'm saying, they're waiting because they know when the bus come in, they see you coming, and they waiting. They posted already. They know who's coming through the door before you even come through the door.
They don't already got word of who's showing up.
Oh yeah, they already know.
Because I know you were saying, like you said, having that street credibility or knowing that you were somebody, and if you show up somewhere and dudes know you are prey, they could sniff it.
Just like that. Just like that.
If you're fed up with paying cable companies and streaming apps too much money every month, then Vault TV is the solution you've been waiting for. Watch up to 100,000 movies on demand, up to 5,000 TV shows with over 120,000 episodes. Visit us at vaulttv.com.
So on the East Coast, having, you know, seen the difference between how they get down on the West Coast, and I remember we talked about it before, man, like they used to tell you, man, look, you don't drink with certain people, you don't do this behind certain people.
Yeah, that's Cali politics.
Yeah.
On the East Coast, they don't. There's no politics like that on the East Coast.
A lot different.
Whole lot different. Yeah. Again, the dynamics is totally different. Yeah.
So is it more like as far as on the East Coast, it's just based on a more or less how a person's character is, how you carry yourself, or it's not as racially based?
No, it's not, because a lot of guys out there, especially on the East Coast, you know, they're predominantly mixed.
Okay.
You know, Puerto Rican black, Puerto Rican white, Puerto Rican Italian, black and Italian. You know what I'm saying? So the culture is different. It changes everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen somebody get booked in the kitchen?
Did I? Oh my God, have I? Numerous times people get open wide up, man, especially in the East Coast. Man, back then we had razor blades, we had box cutters, and that's what we used to cut our vegetables up with. But man, they had that thing out there in the East Coast called the $1.50.
Oh, that when they do that?
Man, they call it the smiley face because when they cut from here to here, that whole flap right here just falls down. Bam, it look like you just smiling.
Oh.
But man, when somebody just walks up to you, like I seen it like numerous times, man, dude just gets sliced with the smiley face all the way around the back. Have you ever cut open a watermelon?
Yeah.
And you just barely cut it and it just starts opening up by itself?
Yeah.
That's what the back does. So when you get the smiley face and whoop, the whole back just opens up.
So somebody just like, you see a dude just, somebody come behind and walk, he don't even know what hit him.
No, because you don't even feel it. The blade is so swift. And it's tiny. Yes.
So that's like that Joker smile.
Yeah. Times 1,000.
Cause I've seen a couple of cats like, you know, on the West Coast when they had that look like stitches where they look, you could see like something had happened right here.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And his nickname Scarface. Yeah.
So when you was in '94, man, was that when they had the big riots in Colorado with the Cubans?
It was actually, it wasn't in Colorado. It was like in Atlanta, Allenwood. No, take it back. Atlanta, Lewisburg.
Oh, Lewisburg.
Yeah.
Lewisburg.
Yeah, that's when that went down.
So would you say as far as like the seriousness of like doing time on the East Coast is different than in the West Coast, or is it pretty much the same? I mean, I know USP, it's like it's not a whole lot of talking going on.
No, there's not. You know, it's all knife play in there,
Yeah.
basically, or spears. But are they different? The way it's carried out is different, but the violence is still the same.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, it's just as gruesome.
Yeah. That's and you know, being that you know, when you went in, you had a lot of time, man. So you was around most of the dudes. They were doing, some of these dudes, the sentences is insane, man. I remember even on Lompoc, the dude had 5 lives plus 100 years. You're like, God damn.
So what about 8 life sentences with 600 years?
You seen somebody have that?
Yeah, and I asked the homie, I said, man, how can they give you that much time? The judge told him, said, just in case he dies and comes back, he's going to finish out the rest of his sentence.
Man, that doesn't even make sense. I mean, like, what it do with a mass murder or something?
No, just drug dealer. Basic drug dealer.
And that's what trips me out, man, because you think about it, then they got, like you said, the pedophiles, they got them at the camps.
Yeah, they're going to take care of them because that's their own. They're going to take care of themselves.
Oh, man. It's
That's the way they got it set up.
Yeah.
Just keeping it 100.
It's basically structured for, like you said, for you to fail at the USP level, to never make it out of there. For them to, like,
Oh, man. They trying to kill you. Especially when they give you that much time. They're not trying to help you.
Yeah.
At all.
And a lot of times, the time doesn't even justify what you see the guy's case involved around. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't add up at all.
So as far as, like you said, you were saying, you know, in the USPs, as far as, you know, knife play and spears and stuff like that, man, I know, I always tell people, I've seen a lot of people get their wigs put over that goddamn TV.
Oh, yeah. I see people get killed over the TV.
What is something...
Different changing the channel.
You seen somebody get murdered over the TV?
Yeah. For changing the channel.
So what happened? The dude was sitting there watching the TV channel and the dude came up and changed and didn't change it back?
No, this dude, he had a particular show he wanted to watch at that he actually watched at a particular time at night, and he walked in the TV room and it wasn't on there, and he said, "Hey man, I watched this show at this particular time." Dude was like, "Nah, I'm watching boxing tonight." And dude was like, "Oh yeah?" He said, "Yeah." So he went and got his shit, man. He just came down there in the same TV room and butchered them right there. Like swine. I mean, it's messed up that, when we laugh at this or we smile at it, but, when you're in prison and you see this so much going on, it's not normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And psychologically, you're not trying to let it bother you.
Yeah.
So at some point, you got to try to find the humor in it. It's messed up humor, but at the end of the day, it gets you through psychologically, so it doesn't affect you.
Well, I remember just us being on Lompoc and seeing stuff, and right before I got there. I mean, when I got there, it was on lockdown. So I got there, and I'm going through there, and I didn't really even know nobody. So I showed up in the unit. I remember you had the first cell, and you had the little slot. You know what I mean? And,
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I was like,
by the ice machine.
And
the showers.
And the showers, and I was down. They sent me down to the other end, and I'm looking up 3 tiers and shit, and I'm like, damn, what the hell am I at, man? I'm up in here, man. And you're just like you said, it's you gotta put yourself in a certain mind state for survival, but you don't want to let it take you over, because sometimes you can never come back from that barbaric survival mind state. I mean, like you said, you've seen it, man, where you can't you could be nice or courteous, but you can't be soft, because somebody feels that they're going to exploit that.
Exactly.
I mean, I know you've seen it a bunch of times where dudes get a little bit too comfortable, man, and the wolves come out, man. People sit there and they feel that by somehow them, kind of playing you, that they could take advantage of you. So, sometimes you got to actually let a dude know, look, man, I ain't about that, and it ain't, like you said, it's just a demonstration you got to put down.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, like even at like a Lompoc, man, I remember we were talking one time and you were saying, just like with people like dealing with a lot of the drugs, I mean, there was a lot of drugs flowing around a Lompoc. I mean, a lot, dude.
That's the economy. That's every prison's economy.
And how much involved would you say the prison staff is in the drug trade in prison?
Federal or state?
Federal.
Federal? About 25%.
State is more?
Yeah. Yeah, about 25%.
Just because, like you said, it's just the fact that there's money circulating, and just even with the cell phones.
Well, the thing is, for the most part, when it comes to that, they check your background. Again, they check your paperwork. Again, another paperwork check, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they make sure you straight, you a solid person. You ain't even gotta hit them up. Whether if it's a male or a female, they're gonna slide up on you, man, and say, "Hey, man, what's happening?" You know what I'm saying?
Can you make something happen?
Yeah, wifey need a new Escalade. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna pull up. They're gonna let you know. You ain't even gotta try. You know what I mean? They know who you are. They know who the movers and shakers are in there.
Well, I remember even at Lompoc, I was in there, and you knew the dude too, but he had a major bank robbery where they got away with like 16 or 17 mil, and I remember him saying, like, the guard pressed upon him, like, man, what happened to all that money, man? Like, they was actually, he was trying to see, like, what's cracking.
Yeah, how can I be down?
Exactly. So, people think like, hey, man, they're working up with these dudes, most of these cats, like, the amount of, it's crazy because you wouldn't know them on the street, but the amount of wealth of people in there. There's some people in there, like, I remember the guy at Lompoc, they gave him a year for every million he laundered for the cartel, and he had like 100 years or something like that. I mean, there's some crazy cases, and you don't really talk, you happen to hear in passing, but you don't really talk about it because ain't nobody in there It's like if you asking too many questions, then what you must be popo or something. You know what I mean? So you're not really asking a bunch of questions. You
Right.
just through passing, maybe you'll get a conversation here and there. But people like the game is so twisted now. You got like a lot of dudes before they even go to prison telling on themselves on social media.
Yo, I see that, coming out and looking at what's going on. I mean, like, for the most part, I don't even know how to use my phone. I'm still learning the damn thing. But when I look at stuff on social media, when I do figure it out, and I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's going down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy because, you got people flashing and flaunting. And I'm like, boy, you don't know if I knew your address.
Well, it's already happening because you got dudes who have they get lists of people where they stay at, and
You know what I'm saying?
like this thing that happened with Pop Smoke, which is
Yeah,
sad, you know
exactly.
What I mean? They and then there's been a lot of robberies. They don't report them because they don't want people to know that they got hit because it makes them look vulnerable. But there's a lot of people, man, dudes that sit around social media, and all they got to do is zoom in on the address in the back on a piece of paper. Like they found that off of a delivery package that was in the background, and they seen the address.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, man, you don't put your business out there like that. Especially you count money, you got the phone with the stack of hundreds. And
Man, I was just watching the dude the other day. He was like, yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, whoop, whoop, whoop. The next thing you know, a barrel of a gun come in like this, whoop, and the hand go like this, whoop, right out the window.
Is that the one that do saying, man, I just got robbed? Man, they got robbed, man.
That-
Oh,
that-
man. He was in the car and the dude like caught him slip. I seen that.
Yeah. And it was like, see, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, but these guys out here slipping for reals.
And the females is in on it now. The females are setting dudes up left and
No,
right.
but that's the whole get down right there.
Slide them up underneath you.
Oh, of course. I mean, if I was a Jacker homie straight up, man, I'm gonna send the baddest bitches at you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
And you thinking I'm a player? I got 2 of them tonight.
Hey, I'm sending the baddest ones at you. I'm taking it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what's happening.
No, they rock to sleep, man. Most of these dudes are on pills and shit, so they just partying.
Exactly. These guys out here, they are tripping, man. They all drugged out and shit on drugs and shit.
Remember when you've been around the game, man. I mean, as far as just like with me, you've been to YA, you've been in the street, you've seen a lot of stuff, and your whole thing was always being on point. But like these dudes, like you're like, damn, this dude, he's high most of the time, and he's trying to hustle. Dude, you can't mix those two. It's not.
No.
You can't.
Let me tell you the problem is right now. I'm gonna tell you the problem with this young generation. They're too busy trying to impress people they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
And
Trying to get them likes.
And yeah, exactly. Instead of trying to build some wealth for the future.
Yeah.
No, they're too. As it comes in, it goes out.
Yeah. It's a different generation for sure, man. And I tell people all the time, and that's why I try to get some of these stories, man, with some real substance behind them, because going to prison, man. I mean, you got these rappers who talk about like RICO and this and that. I'm like, do you not want a RICO? You do not want a conspiracy. You don't want a CCE. You don't want that weight on you. I mean, dude, it's literally, man, people think, oh, man, he ain't beat no RICO. He told on a bunch of people because, dude, when they RICO you up, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a life sentence, automatic, right off the rip.
It's sad because these youngsters, they're trying to, it's no different, like you said, these guys, the Tekashis and these dudes running around and just, you know what I mean? It's like a joke, bro. Like, really, this dude? It's like, come on, man. You see, he told his way right up out of there.
Did he?
And
But the thing is, he's trying to gloss it over, like if it's okay.
Like it's justified. Well, they were gonna sleep with my girl and all. They were trying to rob me.
No.
That don't give you no pass, man.
No, you ain't gonna get no pass.
Yeah. The game is all twisted, y'all. I keep telling y'all, man. I'm trying to put you up on game, man. You gotta take heed, because it's like life is short, and the way it is now, I mean, we thought back in the day Biggie and Tupac, but these dudes are dying left and right. I mean, dude, how many rappers this year got smoked, man? I mean,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
King Von, I mean, Benny the Butcher attempted murder, Boosie got shot. I mean, dude, there's Pop Smoke. I mean, dudes left and right, man. And Excess Tentacion. I mean, these dudes, it's like, dude, the game, and like you said, it's all that social media. It's just, dude, it's right there. Oh, I'm shopping over here in Beverly Hills. Yo, he in Beverly Hills.